Welcome. I think we have two right now, and then I know for sure that Liliana is trying to get on. She's in her car right now, so she probably will join us in a couple minutes. So welcome everybody. And as you can see, Olivia is right here with us today. I just came home basically. So thank you very much for joining today's call. And as most of you know, I had these great news because I quit my job, and there were a lot of things happening the last couple of months, and that led to it. And I posted something a couple days ago that 11/11 had a lot with it to do. And I don't know if anybody of you is doing angel numbers, but I do. And I always look for their advice. So 11/11 was really the last couple of months. Every single day I saw 11/11. Yes, on the clock and anywhere I went. So I was like, damn, something is going on in my life. So it happened to happen that this wonderful lady you see here in the screen, Jada, we met online a couple months ago, and we just started talking, and somehow we connected, and somehow we got friends. And it happened to happen that we partnered in our business together, because what she does and where she's involved with is something I was looking for a long time. Something where I feel, yeah, Minnie, something where I feel I'm really in line with, and something which speaks from my heart, and with something I can help a lot of people. And yeah, that's why it happened to happen. And the funny thing was too, when she told me, when we agreed on everything, it was actually 11/11 as well in the morning on that particular day. So I think it was the right way to do. And since I'm also still, she's doing it a little bit longer. Yes, a heart. She's doing it a little bit longer than me, but she is going to take over and help me a little bit today through that presentation. And I apologize for Olivia. She loves blue. So she's helping me with the presentation today. We will walk you through what we're doing and just have some fun with us. And yeah, I hope you will like the information, what we're giving you.
Thanks, Medina and Olivia. One of the beautiful things about this is you can mold your life around it, and you can mold your business around your life. And so, like Medina said, my name is Jada Stacy, and I'm going to talk to you guys just real briefly. Just want to get your opinion, what your thoughts are. And sorry, I'm trying to get the slideshow to come up. And just kind of hear what your thoughts are. So I'm a bronze leader with Q, and I know that doesn't mean anything to you. What we do is called Q. It's Q Sciences. It means quintessential biosciences, and it's literally the science of happiness. I know Medina, as she mentioned, had been searching for a very long time for something that aligned with everything that she was looking for, and it was a while for her before she was able to actually find something to fit everything. And how we connected was, I actually asked her, we became friends, and we started talking back and forth, and she started sharing some concerns with me and then her dreams with me. And I had her make a list. If she could find something that was perfectly aligned with her life, what would that look like? And so she made the list and she sent it to me. And it's literally everything that encompasses with Q Sciences. And so you guys probably, I know you don't know what being a bronze leader means, but it essentially means that I've been able to help a lot of people, either in their health or in their wealth. Whatever the case is, whatever that they're deficient in, I've been able to help them with. And so we are in a lot of different places. We're in over 18 countries. Actually, right now, me and Medina, since her home country is Germany, we are looking at expanding there and opening e-commerce sites there. And there is a lot of opportunity with Q because it is a ground floor. And so it all started with Mr. Mark Wilson. His granddaughter actually had nonverbal and was having a lot of trouble just doing basic things. And someone gave him a bottle of the Max, which I'm going to talk just briefly about. And they saw such crazy changes that he just started giving the bottles away to people and like getting them to test out and see how they thought and how the reaction was. And he got the same results from everyone, is that they loved it. It was changing their life. And so he decided to found Q Sciences with the technology of what was originally the Max. And he was a 2-time Super Bowl quarterback champion. That doesn't mean much to me, besides because I always watch the Super Bowl for the commercials, just to be honest. But I know that that's a big deal. I know that it means a lot of big accomplishments. And so he's been super successful in real estate as well. But the reason I tell you this is when he does something, he wins big. He doesn't slow down. He's incredibly humble, but he wins big. But he knew that he could have the best thing in the entire world. And if no one knew about it, if he didn't have the right marketing, it wasn't going to help anybody. And so he brought in Mr. Jake Spencer, our president of global sales, who is one of my personal mentors and coaches. And that's one of the crazy things, is that I'm able to coach with someone like him. That's kind of unheard of. And he actually has a lot of experience in this industry. And he has a really big, he really wants to redefine the industry that we're in, because there's stigma surrounding it. And so we work together all together to try to find a way to really set something up that works with people's lives. Because I was one of those people that I didn't believe that you could actually make money from home and it not be a scam. I'm just going to be upfront and honest with you guys. I didn't believe it existed. I was the biggest skeptic out there. And it wasn't until Q Sciences that I really found that there is a better way. And so Dr. Stephen Kimberly is our chief science officer. He actually was the senior editor for WebMD, if you guys know what that is. It's most people are pretty aware of it. But he's an ingredient stickler. He has over 38 years of practitioner experience. And my mentor, actually, Miss Kristen Adams, she is the 3rd top producer in the entire company, but she's a nurse practitioner. And she was able to retire from her nurse practitioner position because of Q. But if that tells you anything at all, like, nurse practitioners are incredibly picky about the things that they do with their bodies, because they're teaching other people how to live their best health life. And so when she found Q, she immediately knew this is what she'd been searching for: ability to stay home with her 4 girls and not have to leave every day and put incredible hours into something that she was, yes, passionate about, but took so much away from her family. And so when she found out about Dr. Stephen Kimberly and how picky he was with ingredients, he is seriously an ingredient stickler. 99.9% of everything produced or introduced to Q is rejected, because it has to hit this list of qualities that if it's not in there, it does not exist within Q Sciences. And so I'm going to talk just briefly to you guys about the Q Core. The Q Core makes up about 60% of Q. It's very unique. The Max is a brain hack. Okay. It makes you feel good. That's the one I was talking about with Mr. Mark Wilson's granddaughter. The Max helps you feel good. It gives you the multivitamin. I personally have struggled with mental health my entire life. I felt like my brain was being hijacked, like I couldn't function at the degree I needed to. And for the first time, even after, basically I've tried everything you can think of. The Max is the thing that finally makes me feel like me. It makes me feel like my brain is not being hijacked, which is pretty incredible, because like I said, I've tried basically everything. And then the Align is the second part of the Q Core. The Align rids your body bad inflammation. It helps you with, if you guys know anything at all about immune support, inflammation is a very high factor. And the Align helps to rid your body of that bad inflammation. And then we have our biotics, which are pretty unique. We actually have clinical studies showing its help with UTIs and IBS, which are pretty unique, because I personally suffer with IBS, and I was one of the testers for this. And while I was on this, I actually didn't have a single IBS episode, which is pretty crazy. And then the silver, which that alternates depending on what's going on in the world. Right now, it's actually sleep spray, which I'm going to talk just briefly about. But the silver actually magnetizes pathogens and excretes it through your urine. So if you're looking to boost your immune support, which so many of us are looking to boost our immune systems during this time in our world, that is definitely the way you want to go. The Q Core has all 4 of those things and helps you with everything that your body needs. And then maybe you're not good at capsules. Maybe you're like Medina and you have Olivia, and you don't want to sit here and take a capsule. Then we have these sprays. Okay, these are the fastest way to get into your system besides taking a shot. That's pretty phenomenal. So there's one for mental clarity. There's one for your healthy teeth and bones, which, as you know, developing as you get older, that's vital. There's one that has zinc and vitamin C, which if you know anything about those two, you know that it's really hard for your body to absorb those. Well, this has the highest absorption rate that you can basically get, and that helps to boost your immune system. And then there is a boost spray, which you spray before you eat, and it boosts your metabolism. And the relief is for pain and inflammation, which I use that all the time. I have what's medically classified as the most painful disorders in the world. I know, I'm a hot mess. It's fine. But I use that relief spray whenever I start struggling with that bad inflammation paired with the Align. And then the sleep spray. Okay, I know that Medina's pretty excited about this because all these sprays, I wouldn't use the B12, but all these sprays are really great for kids too. They're a great way because kids fight you on taking vitamins. They fight you on doing basically anything that's good for their health. And the sleep spray you can use where there's not 10 more glasses of water, not, oh, can I have one more hug? Can I watch one more TV show? It helps you to naturally fall asleep, but it doesn't like knock you out. It will help if she needs to wake up, she can. And so this thing is awesome for adults and kids alike because the sleep spray is something I don't go anywhere without. I struggle with sleep. I have really bad anxiety and my brain just won't turn off sometimes. And this is one of the tools that I have in my belt to help me fall asleep. And so let's talk just briefly about weight management. I know this is something that very, very much interested Medina with her fitness background. You guys know her. You know how into health and fitness she is. You know that she looks at things very much in depth. And this was something that me and her talked about for a couple of weeks. And then she'd been watching me for a couple of months. So the weight management line is pretty unique. The meal replacements, which you see in those boxes right there, if you see my picture, that's 6 weeks difference just on the meal replacements. I had been on a lot of different opioids and NSAIDs and a variety of narcotics from my pain, which I'm thankfully have been able to come away from. But I gained a ton of weight, like a ton. If any of you have ever taken hardcore medication, you feel like you double your weight in a matter of months. And it really did a number on my confidence and my self-esteem. And so I started taking these meal replacement shakes and they tasted great, but they're true nutritional meal replacement shakes. If you even just read the product sheet, you can tell how incredibly good for you it is. And if anyone has any other questions, Medina has a super, super convenient app where she can just click and send you that information. And I would love to talk to you more too if you do have questions. And then we have our trim and Align, which those two we take together. Remember the Align, rid your body of bad inflammation. You see John here? He looks like he's pregnant, but I'm pretty sure he's never actually been pregnant. I mean, I think that's a safe assumption. But a lot of us have that pregnant-like look, and the Align's going to help with that paired with the trim because the trim actually blocks carbs and burns fat. Those two together are amazing. And what you saw me drinking in the beginning of this is actually our sport drink. Medina actually has that coming in as well. The sport drink helps you, it gives you that like really good energy. I always disclaim that to everybody. If you drink that, you're probably going to get all of your dishes done, all of your laundry folded, and get a lot of tasks done for the day because it gives you really good, clean, natural energy. There's one that tastes like a strawberry starburst, and then another that's like a grape. And I think they both taste like Kool-Aid to me. And then there's the focus drinks. Those give you 8 to 12 hours of natural energy. And there's a green apple and a black cherry. So those are really amazing to help you get the things that you need done around your house, or if you're having trouble focusing, or if you're having issues with not getting that like afternoon, you want to take a nap, brain fog, those you definitely want to add to your toolbox. So let's talk just briefly about marijuana. I'm just kidding. Hemp isn't marijuana, so don't freak out. Don't send Medina a hate message, okay? Calm down, Karen. It's fine. So the marijuana is really high in THC, very low in CBD. Marijuana makes you high. It gets you the psychedelic. You fail the drug test, a variety of things in that nature. Well, full spectrum hemp is the complete opposite, but it has all the good things from it. So it helps you with your anxiousness, your pain. It helps you with inflammation, a variety of different things, but without the drug test fail, without the psychedelic, without the high. And if you see right here where it says THC and then ND next to it, that's actually from our lab reports. And it shows non-detectable THC. Now, full spectrum hemp is basically, a lot of people see CBD, right? But let me ask you this. It's like in the gas stations, grocery stores. Would you buy sushi from a gas station? Probably not. Okay, so don't buy CBD from a gas station. Trust me, you want the documentation, and documentation beats conversation any day. But CBD is kind of like a Ford Pinto, and full spectrum hemp is a Ferrari, okay? Full spectrum hemp is everything that CBD can possibly be, plus more. And we have the documentation. We have human studies, animal studies, everything that you need to really live a fulfilled life in whatever you're deficient in your life in. And so we have different things. We have 2x strength roll-ons, which I don't know about you guys, but when there's bad storms, I get these really bad tension headaches. And the relaxed roll-on is incredible for that. I literally like bathed myself in that. And my husband was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, trying to survive the storm. That's what I'm doing. There's also a roll-on to help with your immune defense. I like using that when I fly. I'm actually flying to Salt Lake City next week, and it helps me to feel more opened. I always get really stuffy on planes. And then there's one for pain relief. All these are also, you're able to put in a diffuser. There's 2 different creams. One is for like joint, nerve, discomfort. If you have old injuries, that helps with that. But my favorite is the Excel. That's a muscle cream. Okay, that is amazing. I was in a really bad car accident that causes all of my illnesses, and my neck locks up so bad sometimes I can't hardly move it. And the Excel cream helps to loosen it up and helps with that muscle pain that I'm experiencing. It was designed for post-workout. And so if you're someone that you really like to build muscle, well, when your muscle shreds, right, that's how you build muscle, is it shreds. Well, this actually helps you recover faster. It was designed for that reason. And then we have the tinctures, which you put under your tongue. And within 30 minutes, you feel, or actually sooner than that usually, you start feeling, I don't know about you guys, but during this time with the crazy world, I live in Michigan. We've been on crazy lockdowns. It's been very stressful. My anxiety has been absolutely through the roof. And sometimes it's so bad that you feel like you're going to have a heart attack. Well, one thing that really helps me are these tinctures. There's a mocha, a berry, a cinnamon, and an unflavored. I also use it personally for pain and inflammation. There's a lot of different things. If you basically Google CBD and anything, you're going to find studies or people talking about it helping. This is the way to go. We have some for pets. We have some specifically for like very, very difficult sleeping patterns. And then one that has silver and hemp together. And if you want to know more about that, I can give you that information. But it helps you fight those pathogens and also helps you with that anxiousness. But I want to talk just briefly about capitalizing on the market. So you guys have probably seen CBD. You've probably seen people talk all day long about vitamin C and immune support and a variety of different things like that. Well, our world is changing. How many times have you driven by and seen a Kmart shut down? Or a new restaurant that just closed? Or a new boutique that just had to close their doors because of the crazy things happening in our world? Now, how many of you guys have been spending money on the internet? I know for me, I've been like Amazon click to cart all day long. I use the grocery shopping app. I use whatever online sales that I possibly can because I don't like going out and about. I'm an introvert. I like being home. I'd rather read a book than be with a crowd of people. And so e-commerce is something that's happening on a regular basis. Well, Q is an e-commerce business. And what's happening right now is the year 2020 is going to go down in history. A lot of people wish that they could have been a part of Amazon or Apple back in the beginning. We wish that we could have invested in that to get where that people are today with it. Well, that's what's happening right now with the hemp and CBD world, and more specifically with Q Sciences. We are number 3 globally, and we are still a ground floor opportunity. You may not know what that means. I would love to talk to you more about what it means, but ground floor means the very beginning, but we don't have the risk because we originally sold in chiropractors and doctors' offices, and then we switched to an e-commerce way because we saw that it was going to have a bigger impact, because that's what Q is all about, is the impact. And so the CBD world is rising very quickly. Now, if you're wondering how you partner with Q, it's $39.99 for the whole year. You get to open your e-commerce site. You get your welcome kit. You get a super simple onboarding system. For example, the duplication, okay? Medina has been in this industry for a while now, and she has never seen something like our duplication and training system that we have. where it's, I can show you how to get to point A, B, C, D, E, and exactly everyone be the same. There is no difference in success level. All you need is the ability to be coachable, disciplined, and consistent. When I first started this, I knew no one. I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. And my first two partners were my mom and my boyfriend at the time, which I really made out with that one because he ended up marrying me. So I recruited that one pretty well. But I didn't know how to do any of this. I didn't know people. I didn't have any connections, influence, nothing. Well, I had very good success early on because there was a duplicatable system. And I've taught hundreds of people how to do the exact same thing. And so you get a sample program as well. You get the tax benefits. But my favorite thing about being a partner with Q is the financial freedom movement. As soon as you become a partner, you get a free financial advisor. We believe in living debt-free. We believe in spending as little as you can to get the most out. We believe that if you have debt, you are a slave to the debtor. We don't have a car program because that makes you have more debt. You have to go out and buy a car to be able to use that or it's wasted. We don't have that. We have a debt program. And I'm going to talk to you guys just briefly about that. But one of the things about the financial freedom movement is the advisor has been able to help me pay off personally $35,000 in medical debt. 2 weeks before I partnered with Q Sciences, it's kind of embarrassing to share, but it never gets less embarrassing. But 2 weeks before I decided to partner with Q, my husband and I were talking about where we were going to hide my car because it was about to get repoed, because I couldn't work, because I was sick all the time. And the financial freedom movement has taught me better financial habits. They teach you how to live wealthy, not rich. There's a big difference between the two. And so maybe you're not interested in the business. Maybe you don't want to open your own e-commerce site. Maybe you're good. Maybe you don't need another source of income or even a single source of income. Then be a preferred customer. Improve the quality of your own health. It's $10 for the whole year. You get the free product program just like we do. You get the same pricing as us. And you also get this reward program. And that what that is if you decide, you don't have to, but if you decide to keep on an auto ship, you get free points to cash out for free products. But if you're a smart entrepreneur, you're looking at this and the care and share program and the duplication system and everything else and thinking about how smart of a business move it is, because this creates residual income, something that people can continually come back to and create the same income. I know exactly what I'm getting paid every single month. The only thing that changes is it increases, which is pretty phenomenal, especially in the network marketing world. And so we get paid 4 different ways. We get paid customer commission. So you're thinking maybe through this presentation, maybe your mom has back pain. Maybe your sister needs energy because her kids are hooligans. Maybe your brother needs a little bit of anxiousness help. Well, you get a customer commission kickback for that. But say you want to be like me and Medina, and you want to help other people open their e-commerce stores. You want to help other people be successful. You want to mentor them to that success. Well, then you get paid a monthly rank pay. And so what I typically help people do in the first 30 days is reach executive. I am notorious for that. And that's one of my strengths. If someone comes in, if they're coachable, if they're disciplined, if they're consistent, I will essentially do an interview with them and see if they would even be good at this. Because if I don't think someone's going to be successful, then I'm not going to spend the time on them. So if anyone's interested, I would love to talk to you, because I promise you I'll be upfront with you if I don't think this is something that's a good fit for you. But typically what I help people do is hit executive in the first 30 days, which means $250 monthly, a $500 bonus. On this month, there's an additional bonus where you almost make $1,000 in the first 30 days. I helped 5 people hit that last month. And I can help you do that too if you are willing to be coachable. If you're not, then this is not going to be a good fit for you. If you can't learn, if you can't let me teach you, then I promise you won't be successful at this. But if you can be, I promise you will be successful. And so the future is in your hands. You get to decide what you're going to do with it. You get to decide if you're going to keep being sick and tired, or maybe you're going to get sick of being sick and tired like I did. Maybe you're tired of not worrying about where your next bills is going to get paid, or you don't know when your next paycheck's going to come in. When Michigan shut down, my husband lost his job. And if it was not for this business, we would have been right back where we were 2 weeks before I partnered. We would have lost both of our cars. All of our bills would have been late. We would have not had a savings account. Y'all, during quarantine, we still had a savings. Most people have nothing because they didn't have another plan. And so if you want to talk a little bit more about how to have another plan, how to have extra vacation money, how to have extra food in the fridge, how to be able to live full-time, or maybe you want to go crazy and maybe a 6-figure earner, then we can help you do that. We have the ability to do so. Medina is getting trained right now by the number 3 in the company. She was one of those people that I was like, yep, she needs to talk directly to my mentor. And we can help you do the same. Whether that be you want to improve your health, your wealth, or maybe you just want to refer somebody to Medina because you guys were the people that she thought of first. You're her people that she knew that would support her in one way or another. Whether that be taking time to just watch this, whether that be referring someone to her, or whether that be joining her on this journey. Because I promise you 100%, Medina's going to be successful at this. I have no doubt whatsoever. I have never believed in someone so much that has had so much faith in this industry and just not been in the right vehicle. She's in the right vehicle, y'all. And she is going to be successful. And you will be seeing graphics of her success here soon on her Facebook. Because she is one of the most coachable people that I've ever met. And so I hope everyone has a really awesome night. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate reaching out. I promise you I don't bite, okay?